What's up, guys? So you guys are used to seeing me in front of the camera skateboarding, but you might not be used to seeing me holding a camera. So I am a photographer. Right now I am in downtown Lexington and I'm out here taking some photos. I like to do a lot of street photography. For a while I was focusing just on like dead retail and dead malls, but lately I've been doing a lot of just homeless people and just street photography. You know, if I see somebody that's interesting, I'll take a picture of them. So right now I've been using the Canon M5. I really like this camera. I do have a M50 as well and an EOS M, the original EOS M. I like the M5 because I feel like it's... So for what I'm doing right now, the most important thing for me is to have a small camera with a good grip and a lot of customizable dials on the top, because I have to be able to change the ISO, the shutter speed, and the aperture really fast whenever something interesting happens. Right now for a lens, I'm using these old vintage lenses just because they're so much cheaper and they work really great on these small mirrorless cameras. The most important thing for a lens right now for me is to have a long zoom range, because I want to be able to get really close up to things that are really far away, people or objects. With street photography, sometimes you can't physically get closer to the object or the person at that particular time. Maybe something interesting is happening, but it's really far away.
Wow,
oh man.
If we weren't brothers, could we ever talk like this to each other? No, we were.
Another thing that's really important to me right now is to have a screen that flips down like this. It can flip out to the side, but having it flip down is nice because you don't have to squat down, you know, physically use your whole body. You can just look down and see the screen if you're shooting at a low angle, or you can tilt it up and shoot down on something. The reason I like the M5 better than the M50 for photography is I like this flip back screen, the like flip down screen, rather than the screen that flips to the side for photos. Also, it's got more dials, more control, more stuff that you can customize for photography. The M50, the screen flips out to the side and it's just a little bit harder to get the shot when you're trying to do something really quick. So this is an old vintage Canon film lens. This one is 75 to 150 millimeters. I have a couple 70 to 200 lenses as well. This is great for street photography because you can get really close-up images without being right in somebody's face. So I started off my photography career doing film photography. The first semester of college, I took black and white and color film photography at the same time. So I spent all my time in the darkroom developing pictures. So after that, I spent a lot of time shooting on the 5D Mark III from Canon and the Sony a7S II. Now these were big full-frame cameras, and it's a lot to carry around. That's part of why I've switched to a smaller APS-C size sensor. I really like these small Canon cameras. I feel like they still have a lot of quality, a lot of resolution, but they're just so small and easy to carry around. I have a flash, I like to use it, but a lot of times it's just way too much to carry around to be in the moment and get a good photo. Yeah, if you have a large flash and a big full-frame camera, you can get some really cool photos, but sometimes it's hard to capture the moment with all of that gear. So that would be good for a photo shoot that somebody's paying for, but if you're just taking pictures walking down the street, it's just unrealistic to carry all that gear around. So while it's raining, taking a few days to just relax, walk, and drive around downtown taking photos is really helping me to get over some of the injuries that I've sustained making videos for the last few months. I have a few injuries that I just can't seem to kick, and this little break is really helping me. So in the next few days when it's nice again, I'm probably going to be able to do some better videos. I want to do a how to frontside flip video, but first I have to have a really good frontside flip, so I have to work on those. I've had a few people ask for a few different tricks, so I'm going to be working on those. So I'm going to start filming some of my YouTube videos with the M50. Right now I'm filming with the GoPro Hero Max, and I really like this camera because you can walk around and it's stable. You get a nice stable shot. Even with the digital and the optical stabilization in cameras, they're not going to be as stable as a 360 camera. It just uses a different kind of stability because the image originally is a sphere. It's 360 degrees and it's easier to stabilize. I could afford just shooting on the EOS M, $150 camera, and I would be fine because I can still change the ISO and the shutter speed really quick. It doesn't have the flippy screen, but it still works really good. I tried smaller sensors, smaller than APS-C, like the SX60HS, which is like a point and shoot camera, and I just couldn't do the smaller sensor. APS-C just seems to be that perfect size sensor for me right now. I'll probably go back to full frame after a while if I was doing like a studio type photography, but with the street photography, that APS-C sensor seems to work great for me. So lately I've been taking a lot of pictures of homeless people, and I've been photoshopping their face into a smile. I feel like it could be some kind of a piece talking about how the government, whether it's the Chinese government or the US government, edits the news and changes things. So I have another channel called Relevant Videography. I haven't been posting a lot of videos on there, but I have been getting really into photography, so I'm probably going to be posting more on that channel as well. So check that out. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like this kind of content, reviews, tutorials, and videos about what I'm learning as I grow as a filmmaker, hit that subscribe button, and thanks for watching.